So after my season in Algarve, I got to a point in which just wanted to get back to the city where I live, and then I thought, well, I'm just gonna go back, and I'll probably be not enjoying going back to that city because it's very stressful in terms of pace. That was like used to the pace in Algarve, so it was a lot less stressful, and I was enjoying. But I just got to a point which I was just bored of being there, so I wanted to move back. And then I thought, well, I'm bored of being here, but if I move back, I'll probably not enjoy because of the stressful situation. Because I'm usually just very conscious about how stressful it is. Live, the fuck, this changed to live in the city. But it's funny because without I could even explain why I got back and I actually enjoyed to be here. And yeah, this kind of surprised me. I was not expecting. I thought that I would need to actually get off the city, but I was fine just coming back. And this just comes to conclude in life and also the work that we should assume that we could be wrong. It's important to assume that you can just be wrong in pretty much whatever you do, because it's funny, if we don't know ourselves to the point of actually being able to predict our own behavior in a certain situation, this means that there's a lot more that is external to us, that it's likely to not be as we think it could be as well. So in my case, I think pretty much all the people do this. For example, you're about to consider to go out on a dinner with friends, but then you just come like, you know what, I'm enjoying to be at home, I don't know if I really want to go. And then a lot of people are like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy, there's these people there, maybe I don't want to go at all. Regardless of the decision you take or not, you kind of predict or try to predict what's going to happen, and that brings out likely outcome, and then you just make an assumption based on that, right? And most people actually defeat themselves into do something different other than what they usually do, because our brains just like to do this thing. It's like you're so used to a certain pattern of your life that every time you want to break out or you consider to break out of it, your brain just kind of drags yourself into the same frame that you are, so you never leave the comfort zone, you're always on the same spot. And and the more you stay, the more your brain will do this to keep you there. So one thing that I do is like actively I change what I do, and I define myself to do different things, because I came to understand that people that get kind of trapped into their own brains by having this narrative inside themselves to not change anything you're doing, just keep yourself at home and just go and get the chips, go to the television, don't hang out with anyone, don't go out. You know, it's a very miserable life, I can tell you. It's very boring. I was never too much into that, but just becoming a bit more around the house, you realize that it's just a boring life. It's not really nice. You don't get to enjoy yourself. You don't get to enjoy life in a way that you could before, or if you was just trying to go into different experience, going out, going on vacations, just travel, whatever. So I think it's important for us to move ourselves from time to time, to actually explore the world, explore what you can do, the possibilities out there, and yeah, accepting to be wrong is a good thing when it comes to understand, like either in work or in your life. Like you can have an assumption of something, and then you come to conclude that assumption can just be wrong. So in some way I would say that's nice because it's a way that life actually surprises us. So you get to be surprised by what happens, and it's a good thing. I think if you could predict everything, life was not really in any way a surprise, right? There was no surprises. And I think when you get surprised, it's always good for yourself. You get this bright shine of the things in a way that, yeah, things can just look a way different than what you think. Can You can have a different behavior as well. So yeah, it's good to just keep yourself open in your mind when it comes to everything that can happen and what you can do in order to live the best possible life that you can get.